guys, look at all these chickens. I have to back them because I am moving. Join me for this adventure. Let's start with this lovely chicken planter that I was given by a subscriber just recently. My chicken collection has grown so much, and there are very few that I would want to let go of. So here it is time to move, and I'm taking all of my girls and my roosters with me. Just want to put this inside of the planter for extra, saving space. Yeah, so fill it up. Put a little extra paper in there just to keep it still. So, as I said in my other video, I am moving from my home here in Portland, Tennessee, to California or Idaho or Montana. We don't know. We are just jumping into our RV and gonna run around and explore out west where most of my family lives. Actually, all of my family lives out there. So, if you would like to know more about why this is happening, please check the link below this video and watch my video that tells why I'm leaving. But let's not dwell on that at the moment. Let's just wrap these chickens in this beautiful brand new ream of paper that my husband ordered from Amazon for us to do some packing with. In the Amazon advertisement, it said that this was newspaper paper. I didn't know you could buy a newspaper paper. But it's made specifically for packing. But I imagine you could use this for so many different things because paper is paper. So, I figure if I was going to share some of my packing adventures that I would begin with the chickens. My most iconic symbol, since I love chickens, and y'all probably know it. I have received so many beautiful gifts in the mail from people, but I've also just collected these chickens over the years that I have lived in Portland. Not sure that any of them, there might be one or two in here that came with me from California, where I am originally from. But I don't know. I can't remember anymore. It's been too many years. So, all I know is that since I have lived in Portland, I have acquired many different beautiful artistic ideas of what chickens look like, what they're good for. And this one's just like a bowl. It's like a bowl. It is a bowl shaped like a chicken. And when I saw this, I had to have it. I do not know how so many artists come up with those amazing renditions of I don't know how to explain it. It's like their interpretation. I should say it's their interpretation of what a chicken looks like. And the artistic license that they take for expression. I love this chicken because it does look like a chicken with its whole backside missing. Just so we can fill it with something. I love it. Just absolutely love it. And I want to get its body protected. Oh, and here's something you should know too, for those of you who are perfectionists. I am typically a perfectionist, and I would want to just super duper wrap everything, but I'm only taking a very minimal amount of precautions to protect my chickens, because we are the ones doing the moving, and I am packing things in such a way that there's going to be cushion all around my chickens, so there is no threat of breakage. Mostly I'm wrapping them for the purpose of moisture barrier, because we do have to put our belongings into storage for I don't have any idea how much time it's going to take to find another house that we love. So these guys are just going to be in a storage unit in a place here. Portland, Tennessee is very humid, and so these items will get hot and have a certain amount of exposure to humidity, but not too much. But mainly I just want to keep everything in or with a moisture barrier. How should I wrap this one? I have so many odd shapes, and then the paper is, you only have so much choice of size. There's only one size here, so it's like I'm wrapping a gift, only I don't have a box around each gift, so I have to basically just cover it. but I want to keep the covers still and closed to some degree. Then the fitting of one against another will help just keep everything stabilized. This chicken is really heavy. It's what you call a shelf sitter. It has the legs that fit over the edge of a shelf, so it's looking down at you. So, obviously you're not seeing how I pack or put these into the box, and hopefully you can hear it though. This one being so heavy, I'm putting a double paper around it. So I wouldn't start packing if the house was not under contract. There are a couple of beautiful people buying this house from us, and I'm very, very happy to say that these people are young and have 3 children. They are so excited about having an old home. So I feel good about who I'm passing my house on to. Okay, what chicken should I do next? How about this little guy? I'm going to use him to fill in an empty spot in the box. Sort of like how you put extra stuffing in between items. It'll be so wrapped up and safe, but it's also going to act like a buffer. One of the things that I like about packing is how interesting it is. It's like putting together a puzzle, in that you fit your pieces together in the best possible way. Only with a real puzzle, your pieces are exacting and they won't fit unless it's the right one. But with this, it just has to have a get it close enough. But it is a satisfying feeling to find the nooks and crannies and fill them up with just the right shape and size. Some of these chickens will go in upside down. It's a funny thing about moving. If you've done it, you know that it can be very stressful. And my husband and I are very, very, very aware of this fact, since we've done it ourselves a few times in our lives. And by a few, I don't mean that literally. I mean I have moved probably 25 times in my life. That's how many houses I've lived in. And I am now leaving the one house I've lived in for the longest in my whole life. Hey, kitty, sweet baby, come to see us. This is Etta James. Oh, Bubba girl. Anyway, he and I are so fully aware of the stress involved, and so we will have these tiny little spats. We're just like, just silly power struggles, or you don't care about this, and meh, 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 all that kind of whining and complaining. But we, being so fully aware that this is just stress talking, we do not let it come between us. So we will have our little spit spat, and then a few minutes later it's like nothing happened. And we hug and we kiss, and no apologies necessary, although that's useful and helpful to do that. But we're both kind of going, yep, already know. Let it go, let it go, let it go. We just gotta get moved, that's all. Alright, I just wanted to wrap the top and the bottom of this chicken separately, because these papers did not feel big enough to contain. This chicken's tall, basically. And as I said, and I reiterate, the paper that I'm putting on here is not to protect it from breakage, but you can take to protect it from scuffing against each other and from heat and humidity, and that is all. Okay, put that in there. Now, this is one of my wall art chickens. And the colors on that are so brilliant. Someone somewhere along the line just sat down and decided to make a chicken to put on the wall. And perhaps this is an original or a manufactured one where there's a bunch of them all over the world. I don't know. But somebody just decided that their art would be lovely and somebody would want it. And that someone is me. I'm the one. Isn't that interesting? Every single chicken that I pick out is my taste, my interpretation of an enjoyable to look at piece of art. Look at this. Isn't that cute? A chicken holding a shovel. Who thinks of that? And why do I like it? Get that right tight around his head, because that's the only vulnerable spots. And see, I'm packing it kind of loose. Everything that I pack in these boxes is, let's find the feet. There it is. Okay, so everything I pack in these boxes is going to be packed kind of loosely. And I believe that will be a smarter way to protect things. Especially since some of these, like this one, I want to have bubble wrap. And that is not because it's vulnerable so much, even though there's a chip. But because it's so heavy. And it's clunky, so I mean it could hit against other chickens, and yeah, so I'm gonna put this guy more towards the bottom of this box in particular. The biggest and the heaviest items should always be on the bottom of the box. Okay, this one, it's not super original looking, but I did like the black and red, just the simple black and red, and I thought, I don't know, when you're in a store and you just are observing something calls out to you and says, must have this. It's got just the right colors. It says something to me. But here's the first question. Why do I like chickens? I really don't know. There are so many beautiful animals in the world. So many. And since I also, in real life, love cats, why don't I collect cat figurines, kittens? Only a couple. Why are there so many made in art and in figurines? Why? So apparently I am not the only one who loves chickens. When you look at this one in particular with the eggs underneath it in the basket, you have to think possibly it's because human beings know so well and have an innate gratefulness toward chickens for providing food and sustenance to human beings. That would be my reason. Not only do they provide meals for us with their eggs, and unfortunately with their bodies, it is the best tasting meat ever, in my opinion. And so on top of that, and their eggs and the chicken, their meat, they beautiful. And if you were not using your chickens to sustain your livelihood, you could just have them as pets because they are so, actually can be wonderful pets. And like other animals, or all animals in the world, they respond to love and care. So, when my channel started 4 years ago, I had 4 chickens. 4 chickens 4 years ago. That's not gonna work back. Okay. Anyway, I named all of my chickens, and I can't remember all of the names anymore, but I had one that was named Henny Penny, and that was because a friend of mine told me that I just absolutely had to name one of my chickens Henny Penny because she had one, and that it was like tradition. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right, Henny Penny. So then there was, well, I had, they were all 4 of them looked very similar. They were what you call a sex-link breed that had amazing just gold and brown colors. And they were bred for egg laying, so that's why I had them. They just laid the best eggs. And so they were all the same breed, but 2 of the 4 had a comb on the top of their head that would kind of flop over. And then 2 of them had a comb on their head that, stuck straight up like a zigzag. So I had 2 flat tops and 2 spiky combed. There's probably a name for all of that, but I never educated myself on that. So I had 2 flat tops, and I can't remember what I named them. I don't remember. They were so docile and less exciting than Henny Penny and the other one. The 2 chickens that had the spiky comb on their heads used to not get along. I had one chicken that would chase Henny Penny all around and would not leave her alone. So, thus, I remember naming that one Bully. That chicken's name was Bully. And it was such a bully and would peck at Henny Penny's head, and it just, I couldn't let her do that, or else she'd end up bald. Chickens molt anyway and have bald spots certain times a year, but didn't want any more than what was natural. So Bully got separated from the rest of the chickens. I separated them in the yard, and I separated them in their cage. I was not going to let that happen. But I didn't want to get rid of Bully because she was a good chicken and laid great eggs, and couldn't see any point. I liked all of my chickens. So we went to great lengths to separate them. Interesting chicken, isn't it? I saw that and went, oh, how folk-art. That's like something. It actually made me think of maybe something that the Amish would make or something. I don't know. That's probably not even accurate, but I remember watching this movie, Big Business, it was called, with Lily Tomlin and Bette Midler. And they are both twins and they get mixed up at birth. It is the most hilarious movie, Big Business it's called. And at the beginning, there is a depiction of a country couple who keep having children year after year after year. And the husband is carving something for his wife as a gift. You know, he's this, thumbs in your overalls kind of guy, just so laid back. His wife's about to have like her 10th child. They're so unexcited about it, and so, okay, here comes another baby. And so he's carving her a gift, and it turns out to be just this really rudimentary, crude kind of duck or chicken or a bird of some sort. He hands it to her in the hospital and he says, "You done good." She says, "Oh, thank you, honey." So funny, such a funny movie. But the very simple chicken or duck that he gives her, that's what that block reminded me of, that chicken block. So how many of you have seen that much older video, Big Business? I don't care how old you are, you will think it's funny, I think. Even my husband laughed. He couldn't help himself, and he is so, not into goofy movies, but you gotta love Lily Tomlin. Okay, this chicken has these very vulnerable ends on them. And so therefore I must bubble wrap them, because no matter what or how you pack or what happens, some pieces are vulnerable completely. And I just love this chicken so much. The rich golden body and the red head and tail setting off the gold. It's just so rich, and yet so comical looking. It's funny how a chicken can be so completely exaggerated in its appearance when someone makes their interpretation of it. And yet you still know, hey, that's a chicken I'm looking at. That's a chicken. Chickens don't look like this exactly, but you know it's a chicken. And I just absolutely love it. Love it. Who made this? Why? And every time I have an item like this, that's the thing I think of. I think, who made this and why did they decide to? This one, for example, I mean, there's probably a lot of those that were made. But chickens don't look like this. I just love it. It's like a blowfish. It's a blow chicken. A big old blown up. So let's put him right on top. It's a little bit lighter than the rest of them. Ceramic. These are some of the chickens I got from a subscriber. I'm doing this one-handed because I've got the other two in my hand. And they kind of make a funny racket because they're tin. But those colors are just so rich and so beautiful. I got that from a subscriber, and they've been on my wall ever since. Those colors are so beautiful. So far, every chicken that I have gotten from people in the mail have been amazingly accurate in tastes of what I like. And it has really honestly surprised me because I thought, oh, somebody's going to send me something really cheesy. Someone's going to send me a pink chicken or something because they think I just like chickens. Any chickens, all chickens. Well, I don't. I actually have a very, very specific taste, and I think by looking at my lot of chickens, you can tell that I'm drawn towards darker shades, more rustic look, golden tones, bright, colorful, but yeah, you kind of get the idea by looking at it. Right now, I'm just going to put some paper in between my chickens. I'm stuffing the top of the box. And this one has just a little bit of space on the top. So let's get it filled up and secure. I don't have any more room, so these guys gotta wait till next time. Bye for now.